Thinking about moving to Cleveland, Tennessee, I'm going to break it down very briefly with some pros, cons, and maybe some things you don't know about making the decision to move here. So some of the pros, some of the questions that I get from a lot of my out-of-town buyers is it affordable? What is the average cost of buying a house in Cleveland, Tennessee? Well, the average purchase price is between $325,000 and $450,000. Now, with those numbers, you can find a pretty decent house in Cleveland just depending on what your price range is and the location and your needs, wants and needs of the home that you're looking for. Also affordable are groceries, your utilities. All of those are below what the national average would be in some of your larger metropolitan areas. The next thing that is a pro for living in Cleveland is the location. We are located between Knoxville and Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we're about 30 minutes from Chattanooga, going about 45 minutes if you're going to be downtown Chattanooga, and then if you're heading north towards Knoxville, it's going to take you about an hour 20 minutes getting into the heart of Knoxville. The location is beautiful here in Cleveland. You are close to the mountains, so if you're going north towards the Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg area, so those are some places that you can visit. And then if you're going south towards Atlanta, Georgia, you're about 2 hours. And then if you want to go west towards Nashville, visiting the Music City, that's going to take you about 3 hours to get there, depending on traffic. Another pro of living in Cleveland, Tennessee is a sense of community. If you like that friendly atmosphere where people are waving at you or your neighbors check on you, you're going to find that here, that families are very friendly. People smile at you and they actually want to get to know you. So if that's something that you like, a very friendly town, then Cleveland is the place to be. Another pro about living in Cleveland is the outdoor activities. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, you are going to love living here. In Cleveland, we have, just in the city of Cleveland, we have the Greenway that you can visit. We have numerous parks and recreation for families. Also, living in Cleveland, you are not far from the Great Smoky Mountains. So if you are hiking and you want to go to the falls, so you have lots of hiking opportunities, lots of river rafting. If you're going east towards the Polk County, Ocoee, Tennessee region, you also are close to, not far from Chattanooga, so you're going to have Lookout Mountain. You can go visit Rock City. There's lots of opportunities, and you're in close proximity to a lot of outdoor adventures here in Cleveland. So let's talk about the cons. So some of the cons of living in Cleveland, Tennessee is that if you like the nightlife scene, you're going to find that Cleveland is pretty quiet when it comes to the nightlife. But however, you are close to the city of Chattanooga, and if you like some of their nighttime activities, you are just a short drive from Chattanooga. But if nightlife is your thing, living in Cleveland, that's going to be a little bit limited. One of the cons of living in Cleveland, Tennessee is inventory can be tight. Some homes are moving relatively fast. Another con is the commute. So if you are living in Cleveland and you're working in Chattanooga, you will have about a 30 to 45 minute commute to Chattanooga. So that is something to consider. But getting around Cleveland from one end of the north-south end of Cleveland or east and west, you're going to talk about probably 20-minute drive. Just depending on the traffic and the time of day. Another thing you might want to consider that could be a con is internet. So if you're in the rural areas of Cleveland, Tennessee, which is in Bradley County, you're going to want to make sure that you do your due diligence and find out if internet access is available in that area. Some things that you may not know about Cleveland is growing very rapidly. One of our streets, Paul Huff Parkway, can be a little bit congested in the afternoons. So you might want to be aware of that. We are expanding, new homes are being built, new schools are being built and in the near future. So those are some things you might want to consider before moving to Cleveland. So Cleveland is for everyone. So if you are a family moving to Cleveland, you're going to love the outdoor activities for students, for your children. You're going to love the educational programs. We have 2 school systems, Bradley County and Cleveland City Schools. There is a lot of community support surrounding living in Cleveland. You're going to have friendly neighborhoods. Just depending on where you want to live, this is a nice place to be. So if you're looking to retire in Cleveland, Tennessee, we do have several condominiums and townhomes. If you are looking at places that you do not want to have to deal with yard work, or you need someone else to do the maintenance for you, the outdoor maintenance, or there's just beautiful places and homes available that you can purchase that does not have a lot of yardage. But besides that, the cost of living, the affordability, the parks, the walking, the outdoor areas and activities that you can do as a retiree, this is the place to be. Also, Cleveland is good for those who are wanting some rural areas and maybe a little bit more land with their property, although our inventory is a little low. Also, Cleveland is also a good place to live for people who are wanting to relocate from larger cities to a smaller town and still have that feel of some outdoor activities, affordability, and a sense of community. I'm Prisavia Croft. I'm with Crye-Leike Realtors. Give me a call if you have any questions about living in Cleveland. I will have other videos that will go in more detail with some information about living in Cleveland, Tennessee.